Some of the benefits of having integrity is that people respect you more. You respect yourself. And the more integrity you have in your life, the happier of a person you will be. So, are you a person of integrity? Yes, you are. But how often and to what extent? That is the real question. Everybody's got some integrity. So let's look at the definition of what integrity means. According to Wikipedia, it says, integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles or moral uprightness. It is a personal choice to hold oneself to consistent standards. In ethics, integrity is regarded as the honesty and truthfulness of accuracy of one's actions. Another definition, also from Wikipedia, says the word integrity is from Old French intégrité. It means innocence, blamelessness, chastity, purity, or directly from Latin integratem, which means soundness, wholeness, completeness. Figuratively, it means purity, correctness, blamelessness, and it comes from integer, which means whole, like a whole number. So the idea is that if you are integrated, you are a whole person. You are not fragmented. In what ways can a person be fragmented? It's mental, psychological. It has to do with your actions, your beliefs, your thoughts, and how you respond and relate to the consequences of these things. So let me repeat. The extent to which you experience integrity in your life has to do with how much your actions are aligned with your beliefs and the consequences of your actions. So for example, if you believe that you should be honest and then you have an interaction with a coworker or your parent or a spouse or anybody, you have an interaction with somebody and you have a tendency to change the truth in some way, maybe make it more or less, or maybe completely lie about it, and then later on you find that the consequences of this interaction were not what you had hoped they would be. For example, the person may have lost trust in you and you didn't get the job, or they got a sense that you were a fake person, or they decided to give the task to somebody else. And another consequence of your actions and your beliefs is that you acted one way, but you believe you should be doing another thing. And the difference between your actions and your beliefs creates a dissonance. It doesn't agree with each other. It fights with each other. And because of that, you don't feel so good about yourself. You don't feel so good about your actions. And so this is a direct consequence of your actions not being in line with your beliefs. Just personally speaking, that anybody will experience some degree of dissonance if their actions are not in line with their beliefs. So, to what extent are your actions aligned to your beliefs? Do you have a strong moral compass? Do you have strong ethical principles? Do you have a strong philosophical framework of how your life should be and how you should behave in the world? How you should interact with others? Do you follow through with your beliefs, and to what extent? Do you respect yourself because your actions are in line with your beliefs? Do you lack faith in your ability to make the right decisions or to follow through with what you believe is right? These are some of the questions that determine whether or not and to what extent you have integrity. Some websites online describe integrity. Here is a website, powerofpositivity.com, and the article is called 10 Traits of Someone with True Integrity. The behaviors that signify someone has true integrity. Number 1, taking responsibility for their actions. This is perfect. Taking responsibility for your actions. means that you're prepared for the consequences of your actions. That's what it means. You're not going to be in shock when something didn't turn out the way you wanted to, after your actions were not in line with your beliefs. So actually, let's read this one. Integrity is all about having high levels of honesty. When someone takes responsibility for their actions, you know that they are an honest person. It is not always easy to take responsibility for things that happen, but it is the right thing to do. People with integrity choose to do the right thing, even when it's hard. So, action and taking a responsibility for your action. And this idea of doing the right thing deals with what do you believe is the right thing. So here's a good quote by Oprah Winfrey. She says, "Real integrity is doing the right thing, knowing that nobody's going to know whether you did it or not." So this is an example of personal integrity. It is not about pretending something that's not true for building one's image in others. It's about your relationship with yourself. Everyone has integrity to one degree or another. The question really is, to what extent and how important is it to you? So if you want to become a more integrated person, you have to analyze and reflect on your actions throughout your life in general. All your actions. Are your beliefs in line with your actions? When it comes to food, do you eat what you believe you should be eating? Do you treat others the way you believe you should be treating others? Do you accept the consequences of your actions? Another aspect of integrity that is also very important is how much in line are our beliefs. Because sometimes we have different beliefs that contradict each other. And in that case, it may be hard to have integrity. It takes a lot of time and effort to decide what you believe is right, to develop a strong moral foundation, an ethical foundation. And it applies to so many aspects of our life. What do we buy at the store? Are we conscious consumers? Do we have a sense of responsibility to be conscious consumers? Or are we ignoring it? Do you believe that you love animals and then you end up killing the mosquitoes? Or you enjoy using a chemical for killing rodents? These are the type of questions that people have a lot of suffering or a lot of struggles with. And these might be simple things. Or do you buy products from companies that have demonstrated or established ethical business practices? Do they treat their workers with respect? Do they have a history of unhealthy working conditions? Do they contaminate the environment? Do you believe that you should quit smoking, but you smoke every day? Do you believe you should stop wasting money, but then you go and spend more than you want to on alcohol, sweets? Do you want to lose weight, but you eat at McDonald's or KFC? Do you eat too often? Do you want to accomplish some goal, but you can't seem to stop yourself from binge watching Netflix or a show? Do you hang out with people who have a bad influence on your habits? Do the people in your life share and support your beliefs? So if you find that in one area you say yes, but another area you say no, your beliefs are one, your actions are another, that is disintegration. That is dissonance. In that case, you are not whole, you're divided. Your mind and your body are divided, not in line, fighting each other. It creates an inner struggle, an inner battle between actions, between beliefs and thoughts, and it will definitely yield some degree of dissatisfaction with the consequences of your actions. Sometimes we have to make hard choices. Actually, it happens so frequently in life, when you don't know what is the right thing, but you have to choose. In that scenario, considering the consequences is so important, and being prepared to be responsible for the consequences of your actions. Sometimes you're not sure what you believe is right course of action to take, but you do know or have a reasonable idea of what consequences will follow from your actions. In that case, be prepared for these consequences. Mentally, you have to accept them. Be ready, be honest, be truthful, be aware. That way, you will have self-respect, you will maintain personal power, sense of dignity, and you will know that you are doing the best that you can. This is really a key point here. We feel good about ourselves when we know we're doing the best we can. And that is only possible when our beliefs do not contradict our actions. When we are honest with ourselves that our actions have consequences, and we do not ignore the consequences of our actions. We take responsibility for our actions. So, I hope you find this video helpful in thinking about integrity. Subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so that you can continue to get more content like this whenever I produce a new video. I produce a new video every week. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.